So, when you practice for speed, when people talk about, boxing glove, it's good for speed. A long time ago, I practiced boxing gloves. I still do, but I don't know where is it now. So I'm a what's it called? Kung Fu master. Anyway, a long time ago, I dreamed of being a Kung Fu master when I was a kid. Uh, for me, I don't know what a Kung Fu master to you, but to me, meaning a skilled fighter to destroy another skilled fighter, or to destroy people's skill set, or destroy and maim the person, or to block and to parry, to fend attack, to feed attack, to hurt another person, or to protect another person, to protect oneself. I think that's what a master is. A Kung Fu master is basically to execute the technique without flaw. They make it look like awesome in Yip Man and Bruce Lee, right? And you go, those crazy things. When it comes to speed, right? I was watching Freddie Modern Kung Fu, right? I interview him on my other YouTube channel. He's on my YouTube channel, and he do Kung Fu. Now, I'm going to put him in more on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel will be based upon teaching you and I. I'm going to be teaching and consult Kung Fu masters to teach their student correctly based upon we need Kung Fu today to protect ourselves from strangers if we ever need to use our fists or hands as a weapon. We can make our body into a weapon and mold it into like a secret weapon that nobody knows. As an Asian American, people look down on Asian, they're weak. But if you surround yourself by black people and they kind of mess with you, you become tougher, right? And then they call you names and stuff like that. When I was a kid, I was picked on by black people, but I chill with black people, but it's crazy. Black people like to fight. So he said he don't use boxing glove. I do use boxing glove for like speed. But in real reality, it's really messy and you can't fight. You can. Long time ago, I kind of bled my used to be best friend nose. I bled many two people. Any sparring, you should be able to spar with a partner when you be able to execute these things. Kung Fu, Hunfa system, or other people don't teach you this. What I like about karate or karate is that you actually hand-to-hand combat. So when I had angle weights, I don't use angle weights that have vest weight. And Rock Lee, it's like most people never heard of Rock Lee or Naruto, but he used weights to train like Owe. They're anime, and he take them and drop them, and he becomes so fast. So I used to angle weights on my leg. It's gonna hurt, and then you can kick it, and then when you take it off, it becomes fast, so fast, speed. That's how you train for speed. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll teach you the way of the fight. What's the way of the fight? The way of the warrior. Pay me PayPal, $1. Pay me $50 in the PayPal, because I'll be creating a lot of videos and I get exhausted. And this is my work, and hopefully you understand that I do need to make money too. So please support my YouTube channel. And of course, I will be making an online course for you guys, but it's gonna be $19.99, and it will be up the ante up there. So the story goes with the boxing glove a long time ago. I put a boxing glove and an ankle weight, and I try to practice without letting my muscle. You have to listen to your body, your muscle, and it ripped my neck muscle or tear something. I don't know. And then it was painful, and I went to college, and I told the story in the automotive class, and they'd be like, "Ooh," those guys were laughing, and I'm like, "Ooh," because we were joking at that time. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.
This video I'm going to go over why I would never wear boxing gloves for martial arts or training or anything like that. Normally boxing gloves are even bigger than this. These are just basic gloves. I'm not sure how many ounces it is, but it might be 4. But you got boxing gloves that are normally like 16 ounces, 12 ounces, or whatever ounces that are way bigger than this. And they also usually use like hand wraps, and then, you know, they're balled up in their hand wrap, and then they put it in, and it's really hard to take off, right? So I'm gonna just quickly demonstrate. You know, if I'm in a street fight and I had something like this on, and I really need to defend myself, say I pull out my gun. Okay, I got my gun out, but I can't pull the trigger. You know, I just can't even pull the trigger because the glove is in the way. Okay, so right there, I die. Okay, so that is the main reason. Another thing is, okay, say I don't got a gun. Alright, but then I gotta pull out my knife. And then now it's hard for me to get the knife. I got the knife out, but the glove is preventing me from getting the blade out. So I can't really, you know, it's just harder. It's not as quick. Alright, so right here I got this knife. I got this gun. Alright, so I take the gloves off. Get in a situation, pull out my gun. Now I can take a shot immediately. Alright, get in a situation, gotta pull out my knife, and then boom, right here, out. You know, so this is the main thing. It's just not practical for me, you know, because you're talking about street combat, like you need to do what you need to do to survive. And another thing is, you know, it's just really not realistic. I mean, who do you find out there walking around with gloves like this on? I mean, the only time that you're going to wear gloves is during winter time, and you got to protect your hands from the cold elements. But we're not going to be wearing gloves out like this out there. And what are you protecting yourself from? It's like, does it hurt when you hit the punching bag? Well, then you should train your fist to get stronger, get harder, you know. Like, I prefer no gloves at all. Just train bare fist, and this is how you do it. And this is the main thing that I promote that separates, you know, Kung Fu from all the combat sport out there.